joining me now is Gareth De La Cruz, who fights next on June the 17th at Combat FC1 when he meets Rico DiSciullo. Gareth, how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you guys doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm excited to see this fight. I know we know Rico from Dana White's Contender Series. That was a few years back. So this is a big fight for you. We haven't seen you compete since April of 2018. So that's where I want to start. Where have you been these last couple of years?
Well, the last couple of years, I took some time off. I started to work and started doing my own thing, and just wanted to enjoy life and just I missed some things throughout my years of training, and I've been through a lot of camps that I missed, like birthdays, a lot of special events, and stuff like that. So it's like it kind of was a good thing for me in the relief, but in the same time, I missed it. The competing, dieting, of course. Well, not the dieting part, but eating is what I missed the most. And then this last 3 years, I was just enjoying myself. I got to the point I was getting a little too heavy, like almost 200 pounds. So I was like, hey, like, this is the reason why I started MMA. I fell in love with it because before I even started, like 15 years ago, I was addicted to drugs, and I was in a bad spot doing bad things I shouldn't have. And when I was living in the time in Nebraska, that's actually, I started fighting when I was over there, because I was like, you know what? I met a friend and he was like, hey, I know there's promoters looking for fighters. You want to come check it out? I just wanted to do it just for experience. I wasn't like really into it or anything like that. I was just more just check it out, see where it goes. And ever since that day, my first fight, I just got hooked. And then from then, I stay on it, and then I moved back to Cali. That's when I was getting bad things, and I moved back to Cali, and I was like, you know what, I want to give this another shot, because at that time I actually wasn't really training. I was just drinking, partying, and just go day by day, and I didn't even know was actual training routine. Like, you have to cut weight, eat right. I was just doing whatever, and then when I moved back to Cali, that's when I got connected with Cub Swanson and his team at True MMA at the time, and and I just got hooked and loved it. And he actually brought me from being his right man. Like, he showed me all the ropes, the tricks, how to cut weight properly, what to eat, when to train, how to meditate, all that stuff. He was a big mentor of me when I started coming up. So I mean, a lot of credit goes to him, and he showed me a lot of ropes, and then it become who I really was, and what I needed to do in part of this game. So I just loved it ever since, and just moved on from there. And it's those 3 years. It's like I enjoy it. I loved it, but I got to a point. I was like, you know what? This is what I love to do, and this is what I want to go back into it. And just I started, training little by little. Trying. At the time, actually, it was the bad spot because the panoramic just hit. So I kept myself a little bit busy at the same time, and but we couldn't get any fights, anything like that. So I at the same time, I stay busy, and then just want to give it one more shot.
So when did you start training for this fight? How long have you been in camp?
I've been in this camp for almost about 3 months now, but before that, I started a little by little, like I'll say maybe 4 or 5 months. But those 2 months, I was actually just kind of like, I didn't really took it serious, because once I get a fight date, I'm locked in. I'm already in. There's no decisions going back. And by the time, I didn't have anything locked in. So, but I was still training, not as much as I am now, but I was training off and on. I was running there and there, but I was eating bad too. And then once I got I locked in, and I just had a baby girl, so that's also kind of like pushed me a little bit back. And then I was like, I told my managers, I was like, hey, just anything after I have my baby, I'm ready. I'm gonna start training full time. Let's do it. And then he was giving me dates, and I was just like, I just told him anything after June, and then he just messaged me and he said, hey, we got this fight, big opportunity if you're looking into it. And I said, yes, let's go.
All right, so we're going to dive into this matchup here in a little bit. First off, congratulations on the addition to your family. That's fantastic. So you mentioned, training and the cutting of the weight and all of that. I know that you were the 125-pound Gladiator Challenge champ, so you fought at much lower than even what this fight's going to be. It's a catch weight bout at 140. What's the weight at today? How close are you to making 140?
I woke up today 154.6 actually today. So weight's on point, weight's going good. I was like 180 about 3-4 weeks ago, but I wasn't like, again, once I started training, getting back to my routine, weight started dropping down. My body was getting like, it took a while to get adjusted. Now I feel like it's getting more adjusted faster, knowing that my age too, I know it's going to take a bit longer, but I've been just meditating, because, I've been doing this for almost 11-12 years now, and it's like with all the routine that I've been doing, it's helping me a lot. But it's back up because it's been about 4 years, almost 5, since I actually competed and dropped weight that much. That's why I took this fight, because I wanted to know how my body will adjust as I drop weight down. So after this fight, I do want to continue to do a couple more fights. I want to push down to 35s. I want to do 25. I just want to see how my body reacts at this weight class and see how since I've been doing it properly.
So you're 7-3 now as a professional mixed martial artist. What are your goals here moving forward? I mean, you're talking about wanting to see where you're at right now as far as, making this cut and then take a couple fights after this. But are you hoping to maybe make a run at getting into the UFC one day? Like, what's your thought process like as far as that goes?
That actually is my goal. It's always been my goal, and it's something that either if I make it or not, at least I tried it, because I had a taste in it. I actually went to the Tough 24. I was in the show literally like day before until I got cut again. I got cut twice. Crazy story about that too is the day that they gave me a call that let me do last minute replacement. So I was the last minute replacement on the show. I believe 3 or 4 days before they started airing, I was actually started filming, and they were having issues with one of the guys in the show. I can't remember who or what, but anyways, so they flew me in the next day. But the crazy part about it, the day of, I got a call from the UFC, and they flew me in. But the day of, I also got a bad news that my younger brother passed away from a drug overdose. And until this day, I mean, still, I would never forget it. Getting the call UFC, and then finding out about my brother being getting shipped to UFC the next day, and knowing that I'm gonna be there for the next 6 weeks with no contact with my family. I mean, UFC was good. They treated me well. They knew all the situation, what was happening. They told me like, hey, if anything, if you need to go to the funeral or anything, we'll take care of it. We'll let you know. You can go. But I was, at that point, I was so ready and focused and ready because I've been training and that was one of my goals, to be in the UFC and make it in the show. And I was so close. I got a taste of it, and then getting cut and then going home and then dealing with my family and my brother lost. And it was a big, it hit me home really hard, and made me realize who I really was. And, to don't take things for granted, and appreciate life, and because life's too short. You never know what happened, and it's just one of those, that feeling again when I took the 3 years off and then came back. It just like boom, it just reminded me like, hey, you were there, you're almost there, but hey, let's give it another shot. And then age got no number, and I know I can push my limits. I've been through the worst. And, my motivation and key every day is push myself to become better, be a better person. And if it weren't for MMA and the gym or anything like that, I wouldn't be here. Especially, going through that process it was a big reminder. Like I'll never forget, because my brother will always tell me, just fucking do it. You're there, just go, risk it. What you got to lose?
I love your mindset, man, and I'm really sorry to hear about your brother. That's
Thank you.
brutal, very very tragic thing there. So my deepest condolences to you and your family. And I'm sure that everything that you've been through, it makes you even hungrier to be where you're at right now. And so this is a big fight with Rico. As far as this camp goes, you did mention that you were with Cub Swanson earlier. Has he been side by side with you for this camp around you?
Actually, no. He actually moved to Orange County, and he's kind of doing his own thing, and doing his own thing. Which I understand. He had a family. He has a family of three now. So the gym. It was kind of hard, but from throughout the years and experience for him showing me the ropes, it helped me develop a routine. Okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to go. Who I need to talk to. I'm grateful for him because he showed me the ropes and connected me to other people that throughout the MMA community. And without him or anything like that, I probably wouldn't have gotten as much help as I can. Like right now, like I'm jumping around to different camps, and right now I'm with Coachella Valley Judo wrestling team, and I've been with them for almost 12 years, but off and on through my camps, and that's my home right now. So I'll be repping Coachella Valley Judo for this fight camp and throughout my years coming in the fights.
Okay. And this fight's going to be in Massachusetts. So you're on the opposite end of the country.
Oh
When are you
yeah.
actually going to leave, man? It's going to be a big trip to come to the East Coast.
Well, that's the thing. I was gonna talk to my managers, and I wanted to talk to the promoters. I like to be there like at least a Monday because I know the weigh-ins on Thursday, and with the whole flight day, it's gonna take me a day. I know it's gonna mess up with my weight, and I'm not really too worried about it. It's just the whole travel thing, the whole day, and then if anything happens, what if I gets delayed? I mean, I don't want. They wanted me to fly the day of or the day before weigh-ins. I'm just not really happy about. Not saying I'm happy about it. I'm not comfortable doing that. I'd rather do it like on the Monday or even on Sunday just to get there and get my body adjusted to the atmosphere. And I've been through these ropes before, so it's not nothing new. My mind's set, locked and ready. So it's just we're getting to get there.
All right, well, let's talk about your opponent, Rico. He's 10-2. There's plenty of tape on him. He's a very well-rounded fighter as well. How do you like this matchup for yourself? What kind of a fight do you anticipate this to be?
You know what? I like this matchup. I seen his fights. I seen his record. He's gonna be a big test for me, and I know he's gonna come in, give it his all, same as me. So it's like we're gonna put on a show, and up and down. Let's see how it go. I'm ready.
He's going to be the hometown guy, so you're going to be going into enemy territory, getting some
Yeah.
boos. Like, how do you like that? Does that make you perform better as a fighter?
As for me, it does make me perform better. Like I said again, I'm already mentally ready. I'm blocked everything, and I'm ready for this. I mean, I know down the road it's gonna be something like this. So it's like it's either one way or the other. It's gonna happen. So it's like my mind's already there. It's already set. Camp's going good. Everything's going good. Weight's coming down. Like I'm finally starting to feel my peak, and it's for my age. I'm set. I'm ready.
All right, give me your official prediction. How does this end?
It's going to be a fight of the night. Either if it doesn't go the first round, it'll probably be a knockout. If not, it will be a fight of the night or back and forth. One way, we'll get my hand raised.